All right, another successful mission.
You just look strangely uncomfortable. Can you ask the raptor for motivation, please? Okay.
She's very photogenic.
Nothing can stop us now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's Chip and Dale. How are you guys doing? Hello, Grogu.
Sorry. Be shy.
Now, Universal Orlando Resort, Earl the Squirrel needs his own Christmas tree over here for the meet and greet. I think so. I think we're gonna make that happen. We'll put that.
4 of you have tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
Do you think the people on the moon ever look over and say, wow, it's a full spaceship Earth tonight? But welcome back to the sign welcoming you to Universal Orlando Resort.
Terrifying, isn't it?
Hiya, Scooby! We're here at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort with the newly opened Kona. I don't remember what it's called. Good morning, Magic Crew. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to another ear-to-ear magic live stream, coming to you live from the Walt Disney World Resort here in Orlando, Florida today. Glad you guys could join us. How you doing? Coming to you from the Skyliner this morning. Making our way over to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. I'm your Disney travel agent in the parks and your camera operator for today's live stream as we take you to one of the Walt Disney World moderate level resorts here that you can book and have easy access to both Hollywood Studios and Epcot.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Almost timed that right.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner and Disney's Hollywood Studios. We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Epcot International Gateway, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
Good morning,
We
Candy
hope
T.
enjoy
How you
your visit
doing?
to Hollywood today.
Welcome in,
Now
May.
say goodbye to your adoring
Chief
fans
Fat Jake,
abroad.
how you doing?
Bye.
Chief Fat Jake says today at Epcot, today being the 22nd, the full opening for Test Track, it's right now currently showing. Now the park just opened, so give us some time, but it's currently showing 3 hours.
Everyone's got to be the first one.
Gotta be on there, gotta ride it, gotta catch them all. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Glad you guys could join us. If this is the first time you've joined us here on an Ear to Ear Magic Live, whether it's with us live or if you're watching in replay, we're glad you guys found us. Thank you so much for being a part of today's stream. We hope that you guys enjoy hanging out with our Magic Crew community today. And if you enjoy doing so, we'd hope that you guys would take a couple of seconds, hit the subscribe button, come back and join us any Monday through Friday here at Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando Resort. Look, Owen, it's the headwaters of whatever. This is where everything begins, right here. It looks like a ditch, but it's more than that. With me today is my son, Owen, who is dying to make it back to the Caribbean after last week's cruise on Royal Caribbean. And this is the closest he's going to be able to get to it until our next cruise in December. So.
Did you know that the entire Walt Disney World Resort is over 40 square miles? That's about the same size as the city of San Francisco and double the island of Manhattan.
There you go. And the more you know. Knowing's half the battle. Yo, Joe. Sorry, that's 80s flashback. Well, guys, we're going to be taking you guys to over Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort today. We're going to be walking from one end of the resort to the other to give you an idea of the size, the expansiveness, the amenities, and we're going to be discussing the pros and the cons of staying here for your next Walt Disney World
We will be
Resort
arriving
stay.
at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort shortly. All passengers must disembark and transfer at this station. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed the most magical flight on Earth.
The most magical flight on earth. It's over, get out. We hope you guys will take this opportunity to look around, ask questions, because we love to have the opportunity to answer your questions live about the resorts that you may want to stay at on your next stay. We have travel clients who have stayed here before, and after they've stayed here, they've not booked any other resorts since then. And the reason we do these summer series, this is our 4th year doing the Walt Disney World Resort tours every Tuesday during the summer, is that we want to make sure that you guys have an ample opportunity to explore and find the resorts that are best for you and your family. That may be several resorts that you guys all love, or it may be finding that one resort, like I mentioned, that is just the perfect place for you and your family to stay, and you love to come back here every time. And when you guys are ready to make that booking and have your next Walt Disney World vacation set and ready to go, we hope that you guys will reach out to us. Give us an opportunity to help you take care of that.
Thank you.
Go to our website, eartoearmagic.com. Go to the travel services page and fill out one of the travel inquiry forms. Let us know all the information that you can provide about you, your family, your travel times, your preferences, and let us help you quote and book that at no additional cost to you whatsoever. Oh, look at the medallions. Travel medallions. Like we got the Skyliner. The friendship boats.
For your safety, please remain seated.
And the Sasagula River Cruise. Wow.
From smoking in the cabins. Thank you. Para su seguridad, por favor,
There they go.
supervisen a sus niños y abstengan.
There's the Sasagula River one.
Gracias.
All right. Courtney says, I filled out a form last night on the website. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you so much, Courtney. You'll be hearing from either Susan or Heather, our assistant, very, very soon. All right, we have arrived here at Caribbean Beach Resort. And there is a lot of area to cover here. Matter of fact, this is one of my favorite places to come and do like runs and stuff like that when you're doing Run Disney stuff. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see you, Martha. Good morning, Tori. Run, walk, fight. I might have to get that Sasagula River Cruise medallion one day. My happy place is Riverside. That's a cool medallion. I have not seen that one before. How you doing, Emax? Good morning, Sebastian. Welcome in, Loser Dork Face. Jeremy's here. Patrick's here. Good morning, Sam A. Can a 5-ounce bird carry a 1-pound coconut? It depends on what kind of bird is it is. Is it a kind of swallow? Is it European or African? So we're gonna take you guys from one end of Caribbean Beach Resort. We're gonna make our way over. Eventually gonna end up back over at the main lobby. We're gonna show you guys the pools. We're gonna show you guys the places to eat. We're gonna show you some little hole in the wall kind of back spaces. We're also gonna show you some hidden, hopefully, we're gonna have to find them because that's the thing, they're secret. Hidden Coca-Cola freestyle machines that you can use with your refillable rapid fill resort mugs. And who knows, when we're all done, if we're not completely exhausted and sweaty and too tired and hot to eat anything, we might even grab something over at the quick service to end off today's stream. So first of all, let's get started on this section over here. If you have been here at Caribbean Beach Resort in the past, you may have either stayed here or heard about this section. And at one point it was considered to be the Pirates rooms. Now, unfortunately, the Pirates rooms, while they were very popular theme-wise, they also were the last rooms here at Walt Disney World that came with a full-size bed. And they had to stay full-size beds because of the pirate theming bed frames that they had there. So while they were upgrading all the other beds here at Walt Disney World to queen-size beds, they still stayed at full, which made it very uncomfortable for families and couples who were used to a little bit more space, having to share a full-size bed. These rooms were converted 2 years ago, and they have a brand new look, a brand new feel, and they are sporting much bigger beds now as well. They can sleep up to 5 if they have the fold-away bed, fit sleeper. And would you guys like a quick little tour? If you have your headphones on at work, turn down the volume a little bit, but here you go. Let's check out the brand new updated rooms here at Caribbean Beach. There you go. What do you guys think? Very modern, and I love the feel. The one queen size bed is always there. The second queen size bed is what you have become accustomed to seeing in any of the renovations here at Walt Disney World, is a Murphy bed. So if you need the bed, pull it down. If you don't, leave it up. Or if you just need the space in the middle of the day, make the bed up, stick it up in the wall, boom, you got yourself a couch. No couch cushions to accommodate for. It's really nice and convenient. And as Martha says, it's light and fun. So Sam May says, any pass holder specials at Caribbean Beach? We do have current pass holder promotions going on at different times. Of course, it all depends on the time of the year, Sam A. Whenever you guys reach out to us, if you are a pass holder, please let us know, especially if you fill out a form. Put on there that you are a pass holder, and we will be checking during your dates to see if any pass holder available promotions are out there. And if you are specifically looking for a value, moderate, or deluxe hotel using those promotions, we'll kind of focus on those and even give you up to 3 options that fit with that as well. So Space Mountain says those rooms are actually quite spacious. They are, they're really nice, especially when you put the bed up into the Murphy. Oh, it makes so much more room in the room. Room in the room? Is that a thing? Room in the room? All right, let's get started. We are going to be walking quite a bit today. as we walk across the space. It does, like I said, it's a very large space. It was even more so before the Riviera was born, and it took some of the Caribbean beach buildings away to make that resort. But we'll be showing you guys a little bit of Riviera, but we'll come back to that one as a separate day. The one thing to keep in mind with a resort like this is your bus stops. Owen, you want to tell them your thoughts on what it's like to be at a resort like this when it comes to multiple bus stops?
It really depends on what you like. The convenience of getting to a bus, or the convenience of getting off a bus after a long day. If you have only one bus stop at a resort, you may have to walk a bit, but that also means that you're getting off there. You don't have to think about which stop you're going to get off of later.
Like Port Orleans Riverside has multiple stops, but Port Orleans French Quarter has one. So you just know when you get to the bus stop at French Quarter, that is your stop. There's no other thinking about it.
So while it is much easier to get to a bus stop, especially if this is a large resort, you will have to keep in mind that the first stop you come to is not your stop. You're going to have to keep a visual image of where you got off of.
Making sure you get off at the right stop, so you have less walking time. So it's less walking to get to your room, but more time on the bus waiting for your stop to come up.
You may stop at multiple stops before you even.
Depending on where your bus stop is, you may be the first stop to get on the bus, but that means that may change things up when you get back later on. It means if you're the first one to get on the bus, you didn't have to wait for all the other stops to get on. So if you're the last stop, then as soon as you get on, you get to keep going on to the park you're looking for. So it all depends on just being prepared and knowing how that's going to affect your getting around the resort on the buses. How you doing this morning, Terry? Good morning, Travis. Dopey Runner says it's more for laid-back trips, not so good for race weekend. I'd love to, if you want to sort of talk a little bit more about that, Dopey Runner, of why it's not as good for race weekend. I think you're talking about when you got to get on a race bus, then you may only have, it's a lot more difficult to get on a bus going over to Epcot on race morning at 3 o'clock in the morning when you've only got one stop. Cheers, James. How you doing this morning? Mejia family, if you have an Epcot reservation as an annual pass holder, I'm assuming, can you still hop to Magic Kingdom after 2? Yes, you can. You can hop to Magic Kingdom anytime, as long as you have a park reservation period. Starting on Sunday. And they do say for a limited time, but we're still doing park reservations as annual pass holders. So who knows how limited that limited time is. If you have, they have taken away the opportunity to hop, or not even hop, to go into Magic Kingdom after 2 o'clock without a park reservation if you're an annual pass holder. All the other parks are still the same. You can still go into Epcot, you can still go into Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom after 2 o'clock without a park reservation. But you have to have a park reservation in order to hop or to get into Magic Kingdom. And that's all because right now annual pass holders are just flooding into the Magic Kingdom at nighttime to see the parade, and they're worried about park capacity. And of course, at any time, if the park does reach capacity, they will limit who else can come in. So keep that in mind. Speaking of annual passes, real quick, before we get further into what we're looking at today at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, if you guys have considered getting an annual pass starting today, and for, again, a limited time, Walt Disney World has announced a promotion only for brand new annual passes. Brand new. No renewals, no existing. But if you do not have an annual pass now, and at this point during this promotional time decide to buy one, they are giving a free promotional e-gift card to you for your brand new passes. Which pass depends on how much your card you get, anywhere from $25 up to $100 for your Incredipass Pass. And I know the questions that are always coming up. I have an annual pass already. Can I get an e-card? The answer is no. I'm renewing my pass. My pass renews at the end of the month, of July. If I renew, can I get an e-card? It is unfortunately no. It is only for brand new, non-discounted annual passes. So that is for a limited time. How you doing, Ann and fam? Welcome in. Dopey Runner says, if you stay here at Caribbean Beach for a race weekend, you need to ask for a room near the first couple of bus stops on the route. Otherwise, you could be watching many buses pass you. And that's the other thing. Because you have multiple buses, if the first bus stops fill up a bus, that's where the anxiety comes. So, you don't want to be at that second bus stop when the first bus stop has filled up the bus. We are at a moderate resort. Moderate resorts always mean outdoor hallways. The only time you go beyond is when you are at deluxe. There are, out in the hallways, it's air conditioned though, it'll stay in here for the next hour and a half. There are ice machines along the hallways, as well as vending machines for drinks and snacks. But it sometimes can be a little bit of a scavenger hunt, so you have to go looking for them depending on where your room is located at. Now, the section that we're in right now, like I said, the formal pirate rooms, these have all been completely renovated to the new section, to the new theming that I showed you earlier in the video. If you guys are just now jumping in, you guys can go back and watch that. In the center of this section is its own quiet pool, which we're looking at now. So if you want to go to the pool, you don't have to walk all the way back up to the lobby. There's also its own quick service. The Spyglass. The Spyglass is a pretty cool place to grab breakfast and lunch and dinner. And you can use your rapid fill here as well. Pop into the Spyglass Grill just for a second. This is the only, guys, this is the only quick service location here at Caribbean Beach that is not located at the main center of the resort.
Something that's new to us is that we have like another location off branch from the main one.
How you doing, Shaquille? Welcome in. So you guys see. We've had lunch here several times at the Spyglass. Breakfast, of course, is served until 11. Right now they have scrambled eggs, Trinidad sunrise, yucca bowl, breakfast sandwiches, breakfast wraps, and even a breakfast Cuban, Owen. It's a breakfast Cuban! And of course, you can use your rapid fill mugs here at the Spyglass anytime that it's open. Here's your mug wash. Wash your mug out. Coca-Cola, Coke Zero, Cherry Coke, Root Beer, Fanta Orange, Powerade, Lemonade. We got a couple of them that are out of order at the moment. They're just probably out of that soda.
One thing people can say is like food cuisine. It's off range.
Yeah.
There's really interesting options. Like for instance, we have a egg yuca bowl,
Yeah.
as well as a breakfast Cuban.
I was talking about the breakfast Cuban. I'm surprised that, that hadn't already been picked up on you by the fact. As well as a guava lemonade. So, all right, let's let everybody have their breakfast this morning. We don't want to disturb anybody's breakfast, but there is at the Spyglass Grill, of course, you can order your food, and there is a small dining room out to the side. On the other far side here are all of your parking lots. Every building has a parking lot on the outer edge of the oval and ring for parking. If you are driving either your own car or a rental from the airport, you will be able to park close to your building. You don't have to worry about parking at the lobby and walking all the way to your room. So if you do have your own vehicle, that does make it a little easier. Though I will tell you, there is limited parking at the lobby. So if you're going to be driving your car to and from the lobby, just be aware of the fact that at certain times of the day, it may be a little more difficult to put your vehicle or park your vehicle at the main lobby. How you doing, firefighter? Morning, Jill. How are you guys doing today? Hello, Carol. David D loves Disney. Welcome in. Now, is there anybody here in the chat today who has stayed in the new seaside rooms? Is there anybody? Or who has it on their list that the next time they come to Disney, they'd love to come check it out? I'm just gonna walk down here for just a bit to show you off on the edge of our little lake here. Of course, there's your Skyliner line that takes you over to Art of Animation and Pop Century. Other great thing about staying here at Caribbean Beach is not only do you have easy access to Park Hop, to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, it also gives you easy access to do some resort hopping over to Pop and Art of Animation. Oh, the sand turtles are out today, Owen. Can you guys see the sand turtles? Beachcombers are out today, making sure that the sand is clean. And they're oftentimes on a regular basis coming out and making sure that the beaches here along the edge are pristine. Now, of course, there is no water access. There is no swimming. There's no dipping your toes. All of that has been rocked off and fenced off, but it's still nice to be able to get in a hammock and if you can grab yourself some shade, take a little nap. Sun along the sandy beach of the lake. How you doing this morning, Randy and Heidi? Tori says, we'll be checking it out next year. Already booked with Susan. Sweet. Brittany says, my Disney list is so long, I'll need to live multiple lives to complete it. You know what? How exciting is that? Look at the positive perspective of that. It's something to look forward to. Carol says, I haven't stayed here since 2020. Might be time to revisit next time. And you guys just on your recent trip did a lot of resort hopping and had a chance to check out some things, so. Said they're over here making the sand look nice. Get all raked up and combed. They do a good job of keeping this looking good. As we get in this morning, Nick would like to make sure that everybody feels as welcome as possible. Nick has already gifted 5 Ear to Ear Magic memberships. That is our private club here on YouTube, in which you can support the channel and get a few perks out of the process. And thank you so much, Nick. Nick has gifted 5 and paid for 5 people who were randomly chosen by YouTube to have to be green in the chat, have access to the exclusive emojis, and have a badge beside their name showing how long they've been a member. It's $3.99 per month. We keep it at $1 a week. We don't want it to be too expensive. And Nick has paid for 5 people. And who did you choose? Kelsey H, Emily O, Park Bros, Crash Acid, and Crazy Pants Helen Boyce. Those crazy pants, are those like party pants? Congratulations, you 5, and thank you so very much, Nick, for being so generous and thinking of others, making it possible for them to have some fun too. So if you guys are brand new to the Magic Crew cast and would like some help on how to find those emojis that only the cast has access to, feel free to ask in the chat. All right, let's look at our map for a second. Let's go to show you guys. Again, very expansive. We are in Trinidad. This is where we're at the moment. It is the farthest on the map. The most walk into the lobby, I should say. The other 4 areas: Barbados, Martinique, Aruba, Jamaica. I want to take you to Old Port Royal, which is our lobby and center area right there. Right in the middle is Caribbean Key. We'll be taking you to that island as well. It is a fun little destination that allows you to jump the lake and make your way over from Jamaica and Aruba to Old Port Royal. And of course, the very, very tip top of this resort was taken away to make room for the Riviera resort, which was the first Disney World resort that was designed specifically to be a Skyliner resort. So it is a deluxe and a DVC location. Dave P's never been here. Well, I'm glad you can hang out with us this morning, Dave. Aren't those are cool turtles? They were. How you doing, Patty? Patty says, happy I found this site. Staying here July 31st for 5 days. So Patty, is this the first time you've ever stayed at Caribbean Beach, or have you stayed here before? Feel free, if you have any questions during the stream, to let us know. Hope you have a great time. This is what I refer to as the hub. Like Cinderella Castle is at the hub of Magic Kingdom. It's at the center. Caribbean Beach, though it's not at the center of everything, because of where it's at, it does contain the hub of the Skyliner. And it is so easy access to 2 of the 4 Disney World parks. The other 2 accessible by bus. That's why this is a very favorite resort among those who love the Skyliner.
Do you know if the Skyliner has any other resorts? Say like if you want to go to do something at Pop or the Davenport Club, those things have everything.
Calvin says, get real familiar with these trails, Chris. They may make a great route for your long runs some November and December. We are in our dopey training, and I tried to get some mileage in last night, and I made a mistake of inviting Nova because she wanted to go walkies, and I about killed my dog. She came back with me from getting out there, and she's like, "You dog killed me. He killed me out there." And she came over, she had some water, and then she came into the middle of our living room and just flopped, died on the tile, and would not move for like half an hour. We are training for the Dopey in January. And we hope that if you guys are doing some Dopey training as well, go check out our Ear to Ear Magic Run Disney support group on Facebook. It's a private group. Make sure you answer the questions to get in. Just say, hey, we saw you on YouTube, want to learn more about Run Disney, or hang out with other Run Disney runners, or just make connections and make new Run Disney friends, and come into the group. And every Monday, Coach Calvin will have some new tips and updates on training for upcoming races. So go find it now. We try to put those videos available on other social media, Ear to Ear Magic as well, so that everybody can see them. And yesterday's was all about planning out your routes. So I need to plan out some good routes for longer runs. How you doing, Emma? Are the Caribbean Beach and the Beach Club separate hotels? Excellent question. Yes, they are separate hotels. Caribbean Beach Resort is a moderate resort that we're here at now. The Beach Club is a DVC, Disney Vacation Club resort, that is a sister resort to the Yacht Club, and it's right at the back exit to Epcot. Major difference. It does have access to the Skyliner, but also has immediate access to the back international gateway to Epcot, which is why it's a very popular DVC resort. And if you have DVC points, you may find it very difficult to snag yourself a stay at the Beach Club, because people who are Epcot fans love to be able to walk right into the Epcot entranceway without having to go on any bus or go on any Skyliner. They just walk out of their room and ooh, there you go. So they are different. The Beach Club has much more of a nautical feel. It has much more of a United States northeastern, we're going to the beach kind of theming. Whereas everything here has a more of a Caribbean feel and designing. So, but excellent question. Yes, they are two separate hotels. Yeah, Rob, they don't have the pirate rooms anymore. They're much better rooms now. Bigger beds. A ninja and saw the report map and wanted Chris to pay attention to the loops today. I know about the loops. We've done a couple of virtual 5Ks here before. Patrick, didn't we just come from there? Yes, we did. We actually came from up there. I love this little underpass. One of the reasons I like this is it allows you to cross from one side of the street to the other without having to worry about traffic. So you can either go up here and cross the street, or if you've got little ones or a stroller, I feel more comfortable, especially when my kids were younger, we would just go underneath the tunnel bridge. So we are gonna backtrack a little bit. What I'm gonna do is, instead of coming over here to Barbados and Martinique, we're gonna cut back around. We're gonna take you guys to Jamaica and Aruba, cut back on the Caribbean Key, and take you guys over to the old resort lobby, Port Royal. If you guys are Disney runners, don't forget next week, 1 week from today, we will be having 2 streams. In the afternoon, we will be taking you guys to Disney's Coronado Springs for our resort tour. But in the morning at 10 a.m., instead of us being live from the parks or the resorts, we will be at home registering for the 2026 Springtime Surprise, our last race, in-person race for the 2025-2026 season. Hope that you guys will come and sign up with us. If you've never done a Run Disney race before, we're gonna have a video up, hopefully by Monday, to give you guys a little bit of insight on how to have better luck and signing up for a Run Disney race. And we hope that you guys will consider signing up and coming and doing some racing with us come next spring. Let me hit the map one more time just so people will see. Sorry, lizards. All right, we came down here to Trinidad. Here is the Spyglass Grill and the Quiet Pool. There's a Quiet Pool here in Barbados as well. Notice each section has its own Quiet Pool. Quiet Pool in Trinidad, Quiet Pool in Barbados, Quiet Pool in Jamaica, and Quiet Pool in Aruba, and over here in Martinique. There is a main resort pool here, which has all of your activities and water slide as well. So if anybody said they've always wanted to go to Jamaica, welcome to Jamaica. Joseph says, I love the shaded paths. I'm so glad you brought that up, because now we're gonna say goodbye to him. How you doing, Sea Starns? Thanks for ninja watching yesterday. Love Caribbean Beach Resort, but I had a hard time finding our building. They can be like a maze. Even if you find your building, let's just be honest here, because we're all friends, we're all family. We have gotten so lost in here trying to find our rooms. They are a 2-story. So, I mean, at least we know whether or not we're on the first floor or the second floor. But it can be a little daunting when you first get in here and you're like, oh, where in the world is our room? At least the building is unnumbered, so if you know you're in the right building. But depending on where your room is at, if you're parking or coming from the bus stop on the other side of the building and your rooms are on this side, and you have to kind of weave your way through, it's not hard to say that you can get lost. Joseph, does this resort have elevators or steps only to second floors? What I was going to suggest is let's go inside one of these sections. I wanted to show you sort of what they look like and answer just those questions. And I want to see if Owen can help me find a rapid refill machine. I will tell you this, if you're staying in Jamaica or Aruba, as soon as you find your room, you'll also want to find your closest ice machine, vending machine, and if you've got a resort mug, your rapid fill. Here's your quiet pool for Jamaica. There are little courtyards in between. And you'll say, there'll be signs everywhere that says, all right, building 42 is to your left, building 41 is to your left up, 43 is to your right, and your bus stop is straight ahead. Because Sea Starnes is right. All of these buildings are painted exactly the same. So here's the ice vending machine. Is there a fill station down there? Show you guys the parking lot. Parking lot is just out that way.
Yes, for those who may know.
Okay. All right, so there you go. Here's your ice machine, and there's your Coca-Cola Freestyle machine for your rapid fill. Find them in your hallways. They are located in little rooms that are kept air conditioned. So since there is no spyglass grill on this section, instead of having to go all the way back to the lobby to refill your rapid fills, you can find them in the ice machines. So we will not look inside the pools out of respect for those who are inside and having a great time already. But you can see all the quiet pools. No lifeguard, no water slides, no activities directors, no games, just a quiet space for you to swim, sunbathe. You know, Dave, in Indiana, that's a really good question, because I was asking myself that exact same thing this morning. I can't recall any other Disney World resort that has Coca-Cola Freestyle machines by the rooms like this. This is the only one that I could think of. Does anybody else know of one? Because I cannot recall. So now, Rob, you know, other resorts will have, you know, a quick service location where you can get drinks or stuff like that outside of the lobby. But again, this is the only one that I know of where you can go into your building's ice room and get a rapid fill. So there's one of your pros. If you're like me and you just paid $23 for a cup that holds 12 ounces of carbonated beverage, and you get back from the room or from the park and you would like to take advantage of that without having to walk all the way to the lobby, then yeah, that's a big plus. All right, what we're looking at across the water, that is the main lobby, Old Port Royal. Over to our left here, Caribbean Key. That is our little island that has gazebos, playgrounds, and little places to stop and stay, hammocks for resting and relaxing. And it is across the little bridge over here. Patrick, is it because it's so spread out? I don't know if it's even so much that, because here's the thing, it works the same way over at All Stars. It works the same way over at Pop Century. So Pop Century can be really spread out. There are no quick fill Coke Freestyle machines in any of those. So it is really a unique thing just here at Caribbean Beach. How you doing, Nikki? Welcome in. Traveling well. How you doing, Mandy? JP, I feel like I have to smuggle Mountain Dew on property. And JP, the reason is that this is a Coca-Cola only property. Coca-Cola is the official drink of the Walt Disney World Resort, you will only find Coke products. And JP, here's the really weird thing. I feel weird about this, but did you guys know that I did not even realize, and I meant this to you guys at a recognizing that some people are like, well, this dude's probably not the smartest group or person in the bunch at times. But the funny thing is, I was Speedway. There are not one, but 2 speedways here on property that you can stop and get gas if you have a vehicle that you brought to the property. So, you know, I'm going to Speedway, it's hot, you know, I need something to drink. And, you know, we've lived here since 2018. We've been coming here a decade beyond that. I went in one day to a Speedway here on property. I'm like, you know what? I really could go for a Mountain Dew. Diet Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew Zero, you know. I walk in, and no. The Speedways, even the gas stations here on property, only carry Coke products. Very intentional. Oh yeah, it's not an accident at all. But it took me how many years to even put that together? Because when I come in, I'm just getting whatever drinks is out there at the refill station or something like that. And I'd never gotten to that point where like I would want this specific drink, and I go into a gas station thinking a gas station and get whatever drink I want. No, only Coke, only Coke. You will only get Powerade. If you go into one of the Speedways, only Powerade. So don't waste your time looking for any of the other ones if it's not a Coke product. So.
Part of our Skyliner does go over these areas, but most of the people we talk to don't really mind it.
Yeah, there was a huge debate and concern, especially among those who were big fans of Caribbean Beach prior to, because, you know, we've been travel agents for many years, and I remember when they first announced that the Skyliner was coming through Caribbean Beach, and the plan showed them going in and over the buildings here. A lot of our clientele who are like, I only stay at Caribbean Beach, I like Jamaica, I like Aruba. Wait a minute, they're putting the Skyliner right above these buildings. You can hear a slight hum right now. Can you guys hear it? Just a slight hum of the Skyliner going over. These do not run after the parks close, so that hum goes away at nighttime. And since then, we have not had any of our travel clients ever complain about coming in the middle of the day and having issues having a midday nap or having any concerns in the morning sleeping in because of the Skyliner. But it was a concern in the beginning, but I think it has not caused an issue. Dopey Runner, yeah, it is contracted. It's a Coke property, so. Hatbox Ghost says, once as Caribbean Beach Resort is, we got lucky and our room was the closest one in the whole place to the Skyliner. Yes, we've done that before. We also got a room that was the closest to the lobby before. We would walk out of our room, walk across a parking lot and go right into the lobby. And like, that was sweet. Now, at the same time, we also got one in the now defunct rooms that are the Riviera Resort, who once got the second floor, farthest corner, and the very last room from the lobby as well. So I don't know, I guess it all plays out in the end. Now, we won't take you guys over into Aruba. Aruba is pretty much the same as Jamaica. Different colors, same quiet pool setup. The big difference between Jamaica and Aruba, and something to consider, if you are staying in Aruba and you're going to Epcot, then we recommend that instead of walking all the way over to the hub over there, what we recommend you do is simply walk over to the Riviera Resort station because it's much closer. Because Aruba is so close to the Riviera Resort, it's easier for you guys to walk there. Now you can even walk there and take it back to the hub to get to Hollywood Studios. But because of its proximity, take that into consideration if you are staying at that resort, of whether or not you want to walk back to the hub or if you want to go over to the Riviera and jump on there. Now, something to take also into consideration when you're making that decision, guys. The Riviera Resort station is the only station that is in the middle of an existing line. There are only 3 lines of Skyliners, okay? And they all are connected to the hub here at Caribbean Beach. One hub goes to Pop, Art of Animation, that's 1 line. One goes from a hub to Hollywood Studios, that's 1 line. One goes from the hub to Epcot, that's 1 line. Only 3 lines. The Riviera Resort cuts into that line from the hub to Epcot. Why is that important? Because when it comes to getting in and off at the Riviera Resort, you're at the middle of a line and are subjected to having to find an empty gondola, or at high busy times having to find one that's a little less busy so you can sit with other people. So in other words, if I'm getting to the hub and I'm going to Hollywood Studios, the likelihood is they're going to put me in a brand new car. It's got nobody in it. The people who were just in it just got off because they have to get off the line. And so you're going to be put into an empty car. The gondolas at the Riviera Resort are more likely to have people in them already. So you may have to wait a little longer to find an empty one for somebody who's getting off there, so you can fill in their space. Or you may be asked to join somebody who's already along the line for another ride. So, hey Kitten Duo, how are ya? Good morning. Hey Dudley, I have to ask, are the gondolas on the Skyliner air conditioned? They are not. They have windows that are open at the very top. If I scan in and go a little in here, hey Dudley, you may be able to tell that the top windows are all open on the gondolas. As they are moving, the angled windows draw in air and it does create a breeze, but they are not air conditioned in the same way that you're asking. They have manufactured breezes through to the directional windows, but they do not have an automated air conditioning unit inside the gondolas. As long as the gondolas are moving, you've got a breeze. When they stop, the breeze stops. So, how you doing, little pucks? Happy Tuesday. David in there, although we walk enough at the parks, a walking path to Hollywood Studios would be a nice change of pace. The only walking path that you have to Hollywood Studios is from the boardwalk. There is a walking path from boardwalk. So that is a possibility. But no, there is not one from here to there. All right, we are on Caribbean Key. This is the little island in between. There are walking paths here. But please be aware of the fact that certain parts of the island, after sunset, cast members will come through and lock them off. This is one of them. So at nighttime, you will not have access to any of these spaces. Well, it says the gondola windows are open when it rains too. So if you're meeting with a group or a large family group, this is a good space to say, hey guys, after lunch, we're all going to meet over here at Caribbean Key. Oftentimes we would come out here and watch for turtles because, you know, turtles are very prominent out here in the water along the key. And you can find them along the lily pad. Also a lot of squirrels love to hang out here. So. Hello, Patricia. Good morning. The fish tacos here are awesome. Patricia says, have you had the fish tacos here before?
I think so.
No? Not here. Not, you know, not inside the, over there. We're not catching our own fish and making tacos. I don't care if it's Tuesday or not. There are several of these little gondola spaces over here. So you can grab yourself a drink at the Banana Cabana, some bites, some snacks, and come over here and sit in the sun, relax for a bit. Again, these spaces are closed from sundown to sunup. How you doing, Gabriel? Good morning. And they do a really good job of keeping the landscaping, you know, in pristine order as well. I do love that. There is a playground over here on the key. Our kids used to love having access to that. It is a newer playground. This is not the same playground that was here when our kids were playing. They were smaller, so we'll stay over here and let the kids play in private. But oh, no kids. No kids. Captain Tuttle, how are you doing today? Welcome in. Good morning, Wild Star. Climbing walls. Shaded places to play. Now, back in the day, there used to be a really cool Pirates cruise that was available for booking here, and it was only for children ages 12 and under. The Pirate cruise, I believe, was either 2 or 3 hours, available here at Caribbean Beach. We'll have to look to see if it's returned or if there's ever any chance of it returning. The great thing about the Pirate cruise was it was a great way for the kids to have some extra fun, and for parents to take a break. Because while the kids were on the Pirate cruise, the moms and dads could play. And the Pirate cruise would take your kids on a little scavenger hunt. They would get on boats over here at the Marina, and they would jump off at different points along the way, as pirates would do, looking for buried treasure. And I remember several times, this used to be a dock right here. This was a door meant for the Pirate cruise. The boat would stop right there. You can see the stepping off point where they put something there for them to jump off the boat. And they would come aboard a Caribbean Key looking for buried treasure. And several times we would be here in the mornings and we would see the crews coming out here looking for treasure all on the island. It was a really fun activity. I wish something like that would return, because it was, one, a lot of fun for the kids, and two, it was 2 and 3 hours that the parents could just say, you know what, the kids are having fun. we're gonna go do something. We're gonna have breakfast by ourselves. We're gonna go hang out at the pool for a little bit without the kids, whatever. So did it look like a pirate ship? It looked like a boat. I wish it did look like a pirate ship. But, you know, they would all dress up as pirates. And they would use their imagination to pretend that they were on a pirate boat. It's kind of fun. How you doing, Dee? Good morning. As you guys are watching today, if you have questions about Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, please feel free to come in and let us know. That's what we're here for. We love to know what you want to know. And either we can answer it, or if somebody else who's been here and has stayed could share their experiences. We love the fact that the community together can share experiences alike. And if you're watching this and you realize I don't have my own Walt Disney World Resort booked yet, and I might like to stay here or anywhere else, reach out to us. eartoearmagic.com is our website. Go to the travel services page and fill out one of the forms for either Disney, Universal, cruising, or other travel. And the Disney form is good for both Disney, Walt Disney World, and the Disneyland Resort in California. Now, I'm telling you, this is no red hammock on Virgin, but it will do in a pinch. Tori says, I thought I read somewhere that they're installing the Coke Freestyles around the Caribbean Resort. They already have them at Jamaica and Aruba. I'm not sure elsewhere, just because of the proximity to the main lobby. But if they're installing more, like I said, I don't know of any other resort that they have those just near the rooms like that. Again, Caribbean Key Playground, only open during the day. After sunrise, the main path is open, but they close it down just for safety reasons. They don't want kids to be playing around here in the dark, getting hurt. Martha says, try out the hammock. You want me to go to sleep on you guys? That's what happens. I'm not responsible in a hammock. I got several ducks down here, cowbirds. I'm always looking for the turtles. The water seems to be a little lower than normal. Need some more rain. I know people don't like to hear that when they're vacationing, but. All right, main pool. A lot of people love this resort for the pool. It's a cool pool. It looks like a, actually it looks like an old Spanish resort or fort. It has the feel of conquistadores. Yep, and a kid's splash pad too. Lifeguards are here, and activities directors are here all day to play games and keep the kiddos entertained, even within the pool. Across the water again, you can see Aruba. And how I mentioned that depending on where you at in Aruba, you may want to consider using the Skyliner resort for Riviera. I mean, look This is exactly what I'm talking about. That's Aruba, and that's the Riviera Resort Skyliner station.
You can walk to not only Riviera Skyliner station, but Riviera itself. If you want to, here's this one.
Hey, Dudley wants to know, what is this resort here? Now, this used to be part of Caribbean Beach. They tore those sections down to make Disney's Riviera Resort. It is catered and themed after the French Riviera, where Walter Disney himself visited oftentimes, vacationing and doing other whatever Walt Disney things he did there. But it has a French Riviera theme. It is also a Disney Vacation Club resort. Amazing rooms in there. Well, going to try to make that as one of our resorts for the summer, but if you have no patience like I do, go back and see last year's. I think even the year before that, 2023, we took you not only into the resort, but we actually got a room tour of every single room type at that resort. And even if you are not a Disney Vacation Club member, you can still contact us, and if any of those rooms are available for purchase with cash as opposed to DVC points, we can book those for you. But that is Disney Riviera. It is a deluxe resort. At the very tip top there in the center of the screen, that is Topolino's Terrace. They serve breakfast and dinner, no lunch. And breakfast is character, no characters for dinner. It does provide a really beautiful view of the fireworks at Epcot around the corner. You can see a little bit, but it is a fun breakfast and has Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, and Donald there for breakfast. How you doing, Peter Mac? All right, dining. We have ourselves 2 dining stations here. First up, we have Sebastian's Bistro, available for dinner only. Reservations are recommended. The walk-ups could happen. Sebastian's Bistro is served family style, and I've enjoyed eating here. I love the chimichurri and the bread appetizer is amazing, and the dessert is the bread pudding that we oftentimes will snack on at the Banana Cabana. Again, only open for dinner, served family style. It is $21 for children, $39 for adults. It includes things like oven roasted chicken with tamarind barbecue sauce, slow cooked mojo pork with mango sabal, chili rubbed beef with a roasted red pepper chimichurri, which I love, baked fish with citrus butter, cilantro rice and beans, roasted seasonal vegetables and candied plantains, and for dessert, the house-made coconut pineapple bread pudding, which is the same dessert, like I said, that we like to get. It's not on the menu on the Banana Cabana, but you can order it, and it is delicious. They make their own caramel sauce. And then Banana Cabana. This is our quick service pool bar. Get yourself all your Caribbean drinks here. You also have a bird who's looking for something to eat on the tables. He's checking it out. Like I said, you can get all of your drinks here. You can walk up to the bar and grab it, or you can sit at the table and be served. Again, the coconut pineapple bread pudding is not on the menu. It is a secret item. You can order it, and it is amazing. So, look at Whitney. Whitney got a gift membership the other day. Congratulations. 13 months agreeing with the Magic Crew cast. Thank you so much, Whitney. James says, I love the steel drum chandelier. Yeah. I love the sound of steel drums, no matter where. Joseph, is the Goombay Smash like the Goombay Punch? Slightly, in the fact that it has similar citrus flavors. But nobody's getting smashed on the Goombay Punch. Let's put it that way. If you have a rapid fill resort mug over here by the pool, you can refill it here. Easy access for the pool. This is nice. Again, all Coca-Cola flavors, as always. Reminder though, the Banana Cabana does not open until 11 o'clock, so no Goombay Smashes before 11. Adjacent to the pool in a separate fenced area is the splash pad for the younger ones, the smaller pirates. Beat-a-rum. Barrel of fun. Wishing on a Mouse, what are these new little purple crowns I'm seeing in the chat? I haven't been able to watch the streams lately. Something they just started, like the past few days. Wishing on a Mouse, apparently every time you chat, you get XP points that you accumulate. The more you chat, the more points you accumulate. The higher points you have, the people who have the top 3 number of points in this particular live stream for this particular chat gets a crown saying that they're in the number 1, 2, or 3 spots. So the more you guys chat, the more XP you get. I think it's just for fun. Have some fun with it. And it changes. Big shout out to Kwaharini, who oftentimes will come in with number 1 crown. Because Kwaharini, I don't know if you guys know, even before we start our streams, Kwaharini is oftentimes in our chats well before we get started. So if you ever know that we're starting at 9 a.m. and you're in the office at 8:30 and you're just bored and the emails are just terrible and you need to say hello and good morning to somebody, you guys can always come in early. And the crew oftentimes comes in way before the streams start. That's the thing about our community. You don't need me to have the camera on to be able to be a part of others. And Kwaharini is always in here chatting. So he almost always starts off with number 1 because he's been chatting well before the stream starts. So feel free to do what you can to knock him off a peg. Take him down a notch. He's okay with that. Welcome into Centertown, Old Port Royal. How you doing this morning, Amy? This is our main lobby. See, guests are coming in from the other side. This resort was completely rehauled and redone about 6 years ago. completely new feel and design. So if you haven't been here before, since like 2019 or 2018, it may be a completely different looking for you overall. Sam, do the fans help? The air conditioning helps. I don't know if the fans do anything, but the air conditioning does a lot. Oh, Joseph, thank you so much. Joseph just tipped $16.26. Chris and Owen, go hydrate and have a snack on me from one of the Caribbean quick service menus. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Joseph. We just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal from the Magic Crew. Mahalo. Thank you so much, Joseph. I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna show you guys the lobby here and the gift shop, show you some of the food items, and I think we're gonna stop and sit down and answer some questions and talk about a few other things as well. Owen, I'm sure, has already been surveying the menu because he likes to know what's out there. Owen, you want to think about a snack here? Start looking at the menus? Huh? Just whatever appeals to you. We'll get some drinks and try something to share with everybody after we show the rest of the lobby and the gift shop. We'll go inside the trading post in just a moment, guys. As you come into the lobby here.
How we doing?
Oh, I missed it. I did not see that. Greg gifted a membership earlier and it went to Captain Tuttle. I wondered how Captain Tuttle was getting all ripe and everything. Thank you, Greg. And congratulations to Captain Tuttle. Sorry I missed it there, Greg. Hey, yo, Missy. Welcome in. Also read that Super Chats and membership gifting give an XP boost. Oh, I didn't know that either. You guys see this beauty right here? That is our ship come this December. If you are already booked on our maritime cruise, this is the ship we will be boarding in Fort Lauderdale December 5th. December 5th through the 8th, we're going to be a maritime cruise with Mickey and Minnie aboard this very ship, the Disney Dream. You guys would like to join us, we'd love to have you be a part of it. Simply reach out to Susan and Heather on our website, eartoyourmagic.com. Fill out a cruising form. You can see the aqueduct right up there at the top. And we will be aboard the Disney Dream in December. 10% deposit is all that's required to make the reservation. Love to see you guys join us in December. This is our check-in space here. There are several open desk check-in spaces. Plenty of places for your family to sit as they wait for you to check in. One of the things I really like are these tables. I just want to show one to you here. Each of the tables has a space. Now, before I started doing this full time, and we would come on family vacations, I would oftentimes be working as we were traveling. And so if you know that feeling at all, you've got a laptop in the car, you come in, you got to continue getting some emails out before you can sign off for the weekend. It's just a kind of a cool space to sit down and put your laptop. You can sign into the Wi-Fi here. It's little workstations to get those last few minute emails into play. And that's just, I thought it was kind of thoughtful. Little library here for the kids to read as they're waiting for you to check in. Of course, you know, I have my eyes peeled on the Mickey Mouse cartoons. Go hit the gift shop. Good morning. How you doing today? Red carpet treatment. That's nice. It's a banana cabana cup. Oh my gosh. I like that. It's squeezy. Tumbler is that $34.99. I would so make a mess every time I squeeze my drink, but that's kind of cool. Banana Cabana Caribbean Beach tumbler. Lounge fly. Like I say, many people who come here, this is their favorite resort, and they keep coming back here all the time. So it's nice to have resort exclusive merchandise. A little Junkanoo for you. How you doing, Robert? Welcome in. You know, a lot of people, oh, Missy, say, well, I like to check in online on my app. That way I can just get my room assigned. I can walk straight to the room. I don't have to talk to anybody. And, you know, no. I don't like to do that because I like going to the front desk, having conversations with them. And that's when you have an opportunity if magic's going to happen. It also gives you the opportunity to go, hey, where's our room at? Oh, it's the farthest room in the farthest place, far away. Hey, are there any other rooms that are in the same category that are closer? There are. Can we switch rooms? Can we go to a closer room? Oh, there's one right here by the lobby and it's in the same category. Awesome. Can we switch? Oh, thank you. And then that's when stuff happens. The app never surprises you. The app never gives you something that makes you want to fill out a cast member compliment. Only real people do that. So I like to check in person, but that's just me. Oh, and you want a Banana Cabana shirt? It doesn't come with any bread pudding though. What did you find over here? I heard something. It's a purple martin. You guys know the purple martins, right? There's a purple martin station here outside the resort, just like over at Epcot. So, purple martins. They came out a few months ago, but we couldn't find them for the longest time. Steve Stein says, this tour really makes me want to go back. I just can't find anyone to go with me right now. We, trip buddies. Hey, I want to go in March. I want to go in March. Set you guys up. Make it happen. Find new friends. I joke about it, but it has happened before. It has happened before. It's not out of the realm of possibility is all I'm saying.
I'm actually having a hard time deciding on one option because a lot of this is such a good menu lineup.
Are you looking at all the food? How you doing, Kim T?
There's like 4 different options that like get my attention that rarely ever happens.
You know, Robert, if you can find yourself an annual pass holder discount, it's a good feeling when you can stay here at the same price that if it would have cost you to have stayed at a value resort. Please, guys, make sure to let us know when you contact us for booking help. Tell us if you're an annual pass holder. Tell us if you are a Disney Plus subscription holder. Tell us if you own a Disney Visa card. All of those could result in a promotion you have access to that will bring your price down even further. And we need to know that just all together, because what happens is if promotions come out later, then we need to know, oh, hey, I know Robert's got a reservation coming up in the next period of time. We know that he's a Disney Plus subscriber, and they just came out with a Disney Plus promotion. And so we can contact you guys and say, hey, just found out Disney Plus has a new promotion coming out. I know you're a Disney Plus subscriber. If we move you to that promotion, you can save X number of dollars. And it really helps us in making sure that we know that information. So. $49.99. And a matching bag. Do it again. Do the roar. I love that. Yes, most certainly. You do not have to pay all up front. You just pay your deposit like you would normally. And the way it's set up in our system is we will send you an email with your confirmation when the reservation is made. All you have to do is reply to that email when you want to make a payment. Reply to the email, give us the details of how much you want to make your next payment, give us the numbers of the card just to confirm the last digits so that we know it's the right card and you didn't change cards or want to use a different card, and a next payment can be made. Most of all of our travel clients do exactly that. Now, if you ever want to contact us and pay for it all up front, yeah, you can do that. But majority of people put down a deposit and then make a few payments along the way. So the earlier you book, the more time you have to make a little bit here and a little bit there.
You go ahead, boss. You guys can get, yeah, you go ahead, boss.
What is that?
Seasonal cupcake made without animal meat, dairy, eggs, and meat.
Oh. This is your grab and go section. You can.
I like a key lime croissant.
Is that a key lime croissant? Is that what it is?
I have no idea. That's
Oh,
what it's here.
I thought the.
It just has
There's
Marina
no sign.
That's the first thing my mind goes to.
Yeah, there's no sign on it. That's not good. If they don't have a sign on it, people won't know where to get it. Cookies. Breakfast, grab and go. All right, so breakfast is served till 11, so we've got about 13 minutes before we can grab anything. Yeah, oh, real quick though, I want to take them out to the Purple Martin station since we're here. Because I know some people watching this going, why is the Purple Martin bird here? So, this is Centertown Market. You can order it all, mobile order, or you can wait up front right there. The major menu is there. You order it, go to your table. You will get an alert when your food is ready, and you can just come pick it up over here. All your drinks are available over here. And we'll bring you guys back in for a sit-down question and answering, and we'll talk about some other stuff. But I want to take you guys just for a second, because like I said, we got a few minutes before breakfast is over. We have the Marina is here. Joe, how you doing? 24 more days to my family trip. Sweet. I can't wait to see you guys in the parks. Now, earlier in the stream, if you guys were with us at the beginning, you may have seen one of the boats go by. That is your guided fishing excursion. Yes, they do have catch and release fishing available out here on this lake. Starts at $259 for a 2-hour trip with a fishing guide aboard the boat. $499 for a 4-hour trip, 5 guests maximum. Highly recommended to make reservations. In other words, yeah, make a reservation. We, of course, can help you guys when it comes to that when you're booking with us as well. Over to our right is one of the Purple Martin stations. You've seen it here, you've seen them at Epcot, and you have seen them at Coronado Springs. Are we about end of our Purple Martin season? Are they going back home? This is an activity that has been a part of the Walt Disney World Resort here for a very long time. They started in 2005. 6 pairs of Purple Martins in 2005, and now they are all over Walt Disney World. And these are nests that are built for them to come and stay and increase the population of the Purple Martins before they fly back home for the season. Now, this is a very small station compared to the ones at Epcot, where there's like, what, 7 or 8 of them like this? Much larger. So if you are here at certain times of the year, you will see some of the Purple Martins here. But it's cool to read up on them and to be aware of them, and that's why there are Purple Martins in the gift shop like that.
I think it's the only place as of right now where you actually find that.
Yeah, that's the only place that I've ever known it was made available. One of the other suggestions that we have for you guys, remember, just because you're staying at one resort at Walt Disney World doesn't mean you have to eat and do all your activities at that resort. If you are staying here at Martinique, what a great way to mix it up a little bit. Take a short walk, and it is a very short walk over to Disney's Riviera. Do the same thing from Aruba, but honestly, it's accessible anywhere. Even if you stop over at the Skyliner Resort, stop over there and have a bite to eat at their quick service. schedule a DVC tour and see the rooms there, and go have a bite over at Primo Piatto. And I love the I think it's the Niçoise salad is one of my favorites there. Or like I said earlier, go have yourself breakfast at Topolino's Terrace at the very tip top with Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Daisy. But you can, now you do not have access to their pools, but you can easily walk over and enjoy some of their dining establishments as well. Take advantage of that. Oh, Misty says not only the food, but we always use the Riviera buses and the Skyliner. And as we say, yeah, if you're closer over, don't walk all the way back. Go, just jump on the Skyliner over at Riviera. All right, I want to pop inside and put a mobile order in. What's that? It's more quiet. It's also more hot. You can see if there's any tables over on that side. Watch out, bud. Everyone wants to dine outside. Take you guys outside. It is a little quieter. In the shade, it's not too bad. Metal chairs. Not my fave. We're gonna be back a little bit more, guys. If you want the character breakfast at Topolino's, you should probably book a room early with Susan and get the advantage of being able to get the reservation earlier than the room. They go super fast. Anytime, you know, you need extra help with stuff like that, let us know. But you want to always do it on your 60 days. Always. Because they are hard to get sometimes. All right. How long does the Skyliner run after the parks close? Usually, I'm trying to remember, it's at least an hour, Captain Tuttle. Always check at your resort just to make sure, but it's a good amount of time. It's not like you're gonna have like, oh no, the park's closed, I gotta hurry and run and get out there. They give you plenty of time. So, hey birdie bird. What do you think of his new shirt? Caribbean. I think there's a reason why Owen wanted to come to Caribbean Beach Resort today. So, kind of get that beach, the cruise feel that's left over, you know, from our cruise last week. All right, did you make a decision what you'd like?
It was a really tough one, but I think I'm gonna try this.
Okay.
I could just get a burger. There's a really good burger here
He loves
called the
that burger.
Swash Burger.
It brings it up every time we talk about burgers.
But I mean, if this at the end of the day, this is still a resort tour, and I feel like it would be a disservice to get that burger where there's like 5 other options that are equally as interesting and delicious. Like I had to stare at this menu and actually like for the first time, I don't know, like 2 months, actually deliberate what I want, because there isn't like an immediate option that like pops out.
You're over here deliberating.
That happens very rarely.
Of course, my phone just died.
I mean, to give you guys a
Why don't you talk about all of the options that are on the menu here for lunch?
yeah, I was going to do that.
And then don't tell them which one you chose.
I'm not. Trying it again. There we go. Okay, just to show off some highlights of this menu. First off, we do have the Slosh Burger, which I brought multiple times. Grilled signature blend burger topped with toasted coconut curry aioli, lime jalapeno jam, fried tostones and arugula and the toasted brioche bun.
Tostones.
There is such good flavors with the jam and the aioli, and the tostones not only adds some additional flavors, extra punch. It's such a good burger. But I didn't want to get that today because there's so many other good options. Like for instance, you can get a roasted half chicken. There is an entire section of this menu devoted to very interesting entrees. So that mango glazed salmon, a Raj manifesto, a jerk chicken bowl,
I'll let you help you out a little bit. Arroz.
arroz.
Now, I can't help you when it comes to rolling my R's because I cannot roll my R's. But it's as bad as that sounds. Arroz.
Arroz. Honey pineapple pork ribs. Jerk chicken salad wrap. Fish tacos, which is brought up earlier.
Are you gonna share this with me, by the way, or am I gonna sit here and watch you eat it?
I'm gonna share this.
I'm just asking. It looks pretty good. I just want to make sure we're sharing, if that's okay.
Yeah, I think one thing we talk about is that you can still travel to other resorts even if you're not staying there to check out food, special entertainment, stuff like that. And I think one of the main purposes to do that is food, especially if you're coming to Caribbean Beach, because there is so many good items on this menu. It's a very unique cuisine. You can't really find this much anywhere else. And there are other resorts that have this level of food culture to them. Like for instance, the Poly with Captain Cook's and Tongue Toast and all the good entrees there. You have Animal Kingdom Lodge with their bowls, with the everything mixed together. but it's not necessarily a full menu. It's just one item. The beignets at French Quarter. It may not, sometimes it's a full menu, sometimes it's one particular item, but there's always something interesting to eat at some of these resorts. So
Okay, you can pull that up and
sure, I'll monitor that.
monitor that for me. All right. So I know we're talking about Caribbean Beach Resort today, and that is, of course, you know, the focus of our streams on Tuesdays throughout the summer. But being the fact we just got off of a Royal Caribbean cruise, and it's just an easy segue. Owen, of course, reminded me with his Royal Caribbean shirt that he got, which I think is a cool shirt. I'm glad. I think I'm gonna make a good choice on that one. There are flash deals that are going on right now with Royal Caribbean. If you are open for last minute cruises, what I will always tell you is that these deals are regularly available to us. As Travelmation travel agents, we get these listings from Royal Caribbean. I got another list tomorrow of these deals. If you book them today, you get about up to an additional $50 off than if you would have booked tomorrow, because the deal changes as the days goes on. But we always have these last minute deals. There are some cruises as low as, for interior rooms, as low as $359 per person. But it varies per time, it varies per ship, it varies per cruise. And here's the thing, we can't post these. We know of them, we can share them with you, we can book them with you personally, but as far as social media, we can't share them. So if you know that you have the flexibility to do a last minute cruise, reach out to us and say, hey, what are the current deals right now? And there are deals for Utopia and this flash deal. There are deals for Freedom of the Seas. There are deals for the Allure. There are deals for Symphony of the Seas. There's a whole laundry list of which ships these are available for. So if anytime you have that flexibility, reach out to us and say, hey, I know you can't post these individually, and there's too many to post individually. But hey, what are some deals? We want to go to the Bahamas. We want to go to just a Caribbean tour. We want a three night, a 4 night.
We're never going
7 night. You know,
we're never going to push something on you that you don't want. But if any of this happens to appeal to you, and you've been wanting to go on a Caribbean cruise and waiting for like an opportunity or a deal, it would be a good now would be a good time to look into that and see if one of those may work for you.
Yeah. Captain Tuttle, yeah, it's not just, I know a lot of people say that we only book Disney. This is just where our focus is, because we're here and we can show it to you on a regular basis. But if you have some travel and you want to help, you need some help with, reach out to us. But I just, like for instance, I just want to make sure I let you guys know, I was going through all of the lists. It's actually 3 pages of PDFs.
Wow.
Listing, because, you know, like for Utopia, there may be 4 different sailings. For Freedom of the Seas, there may be 6 different sailings. Steam.
Your bottle is playing your own chord.
Oh. So it's if that's something that you're ever interested in, just reach out and say, hey, I would love to know what the current deals are right now, and we can just we'll go through the list with you and help you find something that will work out. How you doing, Patrick? Good morning, good morning. Oh, to the mouse, how are you? So I hope you guys enjoyed going over and checking out Caribbean Beach Resort. As always, anytime you need any help with any travel, reach out to us. You can go to our website, eartoearmagic.com, and fill out a travel inquiry. We have 4 different ones, because you know that they're different. When you're asking for information for Universal, it's going to be different than if you're asking for information about a Virgin Voyage or a Disney Cruise Line cruise. So fill out one of the forms there and let us know, and we'll be glad to get back with you and help you customize and make sure that the vacation location is the perfect one for you and your family and for your group. So, what questions do you guys have about this specific resort we saw today? If you have any, put them in the chat. Carol says, that's good to know. I have a flight credit I have to use in 6 months. I'm trying to figure out where to go and won't cost an arm and a leg to go. That's the great thing. Last year, Carol, in the fall, we took a trip to Cozumel. We were on the Grandeur of the Seas, and we left from Tampa. We went to Cozumel, and it was, I think for our interior, we paid $315 per person. That's, yeah. So, you know, it depends on, and I'll remind you, the Grandeur is the oldest ship in the fleet, but $300 for a 5-day cruise, not bad at all. So if you're ever in a spot like that, you know, that you say, hey, what are you doing? You know, what do you have that's we might be able to jump on and save some money? We'll be glad to go through the list with you, because I love the opportunity to do that kind of stuff as well. I'm reading the chat to make sure I'm not missing any questions. How you doing, SK? I know you guys are shocked. We did not stop to Banana Cabana and get some bread pudding, but it's always one of our secret places that we like to. It's not secret. I don't like to use that phrase.
We've gone there,
but we go there all the time. But
it's such a great dessert.
It's wonderful. The caramel is house made.
Again, another item that you would probably travel to this resort, even though you're not staying here, just to try out.
Nick says the flight from New Jersey would be more than that for the cruise, so that is a good deal. Nick, is there any live music here at night? I can't say that I have heard live bands here at Caribbean Beach. So I don't know. I can't say for certain, Nick, that
That'd be cool if they had like
a steel drum or something like that.
Yeah.
But I have personally have not been here to hear live musicians as of lately. So, wishing on a mouse. I've always wanted to stay at Caribbean Beach, but the size and the inner bus loops always makes me second guess. I'd end up spending all my money on minivans. And that is, so, you know, when we talk about these tours, it's important to understand that there are pros and cons of staying at any resort. And that's why I don't like it when I hear people talk about having interactions with group things or some other travel agents who say, well, if you go to Disney World, you have to stay here or you have to do this. No, you don't have to. And it's probably a good sign that they're only telling you what's good for them and not good for you. Multiple bus stops can sometimes be a really messed up thing for certain people, and it's been a deal breaker for locations. And they'd say, you know what, I'd rather stay at a place like Pop Century where it's only going to be one bus stop. I don't have to worry about, you know, stopping at several loops. But if that doesn't bother you, if you're staying to the point where half of the places that you're going to are going to be Skyliner, so the only time you have to worry about the buses is when you're going to be doing Disney Springs, Magic Kingdom, or Animal Kingdom, then it may not be as big a deal for you. But the great thing is that because the Skyliner is here, it has reduced the amount of bus traffic even more so. So that's good. That was a helicopter. That was a loud one too. How you doing, Note Nate? Welcome in. Patrick says 3 adults, 1 teen, 8-year-old. Toss up between there and All-Star Music and a suite. 3 adults, 1 teen, and an 8-year-old. At least at All-Star Music, if you get one of those family suites, you get a little bit more space. Here, your 8-year-old is going to have to sleep on a 5th sleeper if one's available. If your 8-year-old, I mean, when they were 8, they were fighting over who gets to sleep on the 5th sleeper, so that may not be a big deal. The only thing about All-Star is if you're not driving your own car, Patrick, you will be riding on a bus every single time. and that is a one bus stop kind of scenario. So, and oftentimes there'll be the double buses at All Stars, so the buses will be even longer. Oh, I love that. And the good thing is the flight credit, Carol has this for 2 people, so I'll be forced. Oh, terrible. Have to make another trip with the old man. Hopefully injury free. I hope so. That's right, Bird. Crown V, how you doing? Crown V, ear to ear magic. I sent a form against a while back asking for cruise pricing, but haven't heard back. Should I email or fill out another one? I would say at this point, you might want to just send a quick email. I think it would be better. Don't fill out another form. But Crown B, I will reach out and do me a favor, guys. When you fill out these forms, you guys may already be doing this, but if you're one of our magic crew who's always on here chatting, we may know you by your channel name. If you fill out a form, always put your channel name onto the form somewhere. So I may sometimes go back to Susan and go, hey, did you get something from Crown V? And that way they can cross-reference. I'll ask about it as well just to make sure. So, what you got? Looking for something. Diane C just tipped $50 to the channel. Love the shirt, Owen. Thank you, Diane. I mean, for the shirt, it's a cool shirt. Owen pulled the shirt off pretty nicely.
Thank you.
It's your shirt. You wanna sing the PayPal song, or do you want me to? He's so tired still. I don't know how. Diane, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of today's stream and hanging out with us as well. So, let's see. Here's that little guy. Because we just got a PayPal. Thank you for that PayPal. Diane sent her PayPal. Because Owen's shirt is cool. And for the Magic Crew, too. Thank you, Diane. Greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Thank you. Wow, I'm worried about the food now. Should we ask?
We did come for the breakfast lunch roast. Everyone's
That
trying to
is
get
true.
breakfast
They're just now switching from breakfast to lunch. You want to tell them what you ordered?
Just because I wanted to showcase some of like what the interesting options you can get here.
I'm gonna make you say the word again, aren't I? I'm sorry. Wasn't my intention.
The arroz manifesto. No, Mom Posteo. Without tripping over the name, is essentially pork carnitas over Spanish beans and rice with pickled onions and some plantains. So it's something different. It isn't like a burger we just threw some random stuff on it. Isn't a interesting side that they do have those here. It's a unique dish in itself.
SK asks, how close is this to Epcot? Actually, we are just across the street from Lake Buena Vista. Now, there used to be a time, guys, when you would come to this resort where you couldn't see or know where you were at because everything was grown up around the road. So you kind of felt like you were like hidden. You didn't know where you were in accordance to anything else, and you didn't have the Skyliner to ride in, to look out, or to ride to other places. Now that that's happened, and you can see the roads, right behind the Riviera is Lake Buena Vista. That road is the road that takes you from closer to Animal Kingdom over to Disney Springs. Across that road is the backside of Epcot, so you're really close. So when you get on the Skyliner, it is a very short ride. It is less than 5 minutes from the hub at Caribbean Beach to the International Gateway when you're riding on the Skyliner. So it's not very fireworks at night from Epcot. So if that makes any difference at all.
We like the Christmas.
Do they do movies at night here? Yes, at 8:30 are the movies. They have movies on select nights, and they do post at different places around here, Nick, which movies are playing at which weeknights. But it is at 8:30, and I believe they play them on Caribbean Key. You know, you saw all those chairs set up. I think that's where they play them. I'm reading everything. Thank you, Diane. Diane C says, you're welcome. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. That helps cover the stuff we do on each stream. That will allow us to get food today and potentially later. So.
Oh, Missy, have you ever eaten at the place on the other side of the resort? Are you talking about the Spyglass Grill?
Spyglass, yes.
Yeah, we've been there. I've probably eaten there at least 4 or 5 times. So they have some pretty good food there.
Again, it's really cool because not only is it like a quick service that's away from the main lobby, which is you don't really see at any of the other resorts. Or it's just right, but it still has interesting options like that because we saw the breakfast menu earlier. You know, I have breakfast Cuban, you had an egg bowl with yuca. I'll be right back.
The yucca bowl was available over at Spyglass, so we've actually gone over there and had some food, and there's sometimes some things that are unique just to there. So I like it on Missy, and it's a lot quieter than other places because it's just so unique over there. Hello, Cooper Benji. Sweet, we'll be singing happy birthday to you next week. Hello, Michael. How are ya? SK, nice. I would like to do an Epcot only trip sometime. So there are, it's really easy to get to Epcot. If you're looking for Epcot stays, always, depending on price and budgets, Yacht and Beach, Boardwalk are always the Epcot Resort hotels. Riviera, Caribbean, Pop, and Art of Animation are all on the line to Epcot for the Skyliner. So all of those have the easiest access to Epcot. The only thing to keep in mind, SK, is that early in the morning, if you don't get there early enough, you will have to share the line for people getting on board. Dude.
I was not expecting this. That was amazing.
All right, gonna get some silverware.
I'll be right back. Protect that from the birds behind you.
Yeah, the birds are gonna go after it. Better hurry up. James E says they have pressed penny wallets, but do they have a wallet or holder for the medallions? Now, James, they had at one point for the Disney 100, they didn't have pressed pennies. They had the medallions for the Disney 100, and when Disney 100 came through, they were offering medallion wallets. I do not know that I've seen any of those wallets recently, and I don't know if they still carry them. But I will say, what I would do is if you like the medallions, go look and see if you can find any of the Disney 100 ones on eBay or something like that, and use those, because I do know that they had them out for those, because they had a ton of the Disney 100 medallions out. How you doing, Mickey D? We stayed at Caribbean Beach in February. We checked in upon early arrival. We requested close to the bus and Skyliner. Our room was in Martinique, close to the bus, but bit of a walk to the Riviera Skyliner. Matter of fact, Martinique is, if you're going to the Skyliner for the hub, it's one of the farthest. So it's kind of one of those where each of these is going to have a quick, easy access to bus. That's why I was gonna say, if you're staying over in Martinique, I would rather recommend walking over to the Skyliner over at the Riviera, not over to the hub, just for proximity's sake. And it can be problematic sometimes, Mickey D. As we always say, make sure, always ask at the desk what rooms you've been assigned, and then ask if there are any rooms not been assigned to guests yet, to see if there's one that you might like better. There's no guarantee they're gonna switch you. And keep in mind, even if a room is available, if it's not in the same category as yours, they're not gonna be able to switch you out without having to charge you extra or change you the difference in price, and you don't wanna do that. But it's always nice to say if they go, well, we do have 2 rooms that have not been booked yet or not been assigned to anybody. If you look at them and go, you know what, I would like that one. Can I please have that one switched over? That's the advantage of being at the front desk. So early arrival, check in on the app. It's convenient, but it doesn't give you that option. So, do they pump in music here for fireworks? They do not, Joseph. Fireworks here, if you see them, all you can hear is boom, 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 boom. No firework music. It's too far for that. How do guests return from after-hours events? Michael wants to know. If you have an after-hour event, they will have bus transportation available just for those after-hour events for back to the hotels. So they will continue running at the after-hour events. Let's see. Any other questions? You guys can continue to ask questions. Feel free, as always. AB's going back to work. Everybody say bye, AB.
So what do you want to get into first?
Let's get into the entree first. Oh, Missy, pro tip, Aruba. Get over there near the Skyliner Resort over there. The Skyliner building. Thanks, Jordan. Have a great day at work today. All right, what do you got? You got the arroz?
Crispy pork. I thought this was going to be more like a rice bowl, but it's more like a rice, it's more like a bit of rice.
Yeah.
Crispy pork carnitas. Looks like there's a bit of chimichurri or some other seasoning on there.
Mm-hmm.
Pickled onions.
Love the pickled onions and plantains.
Plantain chips.
Save that for later.
Strike.
Did you get a picture? Here, I'll take a quick snap.
I'm glad I chose that because that looks amazing.
Are you not upset you didn't get the swashbuckler?
No.
He loves the swashbuckler bird.
I could have just got the San Jose, but there were so many good options. I just needed to branch out.
Come on. Nobody wants to see a napkin in that picture. It looks pretty. Yellow bowl, yellow plantains. All right, go for it, dude. What do you think, Joseph? Joseph was the one who paved the way for us to grab a snack to share with everybody here today. So, thank you, Joseph.
Very crispy.
Tori says, I may just be really hungry. Ranger Pete, how can I earn more vacay time so I can visit more often? We will be glad to write a letter to your boss. I don't know if that will help or get you fired, but we need to have a...
I love how casual he said that. Like, we can...
no guarantees on the results.
We'll write we'll write a letter to your boss or get you fired. We'll decide later.
You know, I'll talk to your manager. Sheila. I mean, come on. Can be very persuasive. That is really good, dude. Jojo says this one might be right up his alley. That is really tender. Dude, I don't even need a knife.
Oh, you're right. I can just slice that. Dang. The beans and rice work. Spanish beans and rice, by the way. Spanish beans and rice work as a good, like a compliment to it. Just put onions with this.
You know, I didn't eat pickled onions as a child. I can't say I ever knew pickled onions before I started coming to Disney. But man, nowadays, if something's got pickled onions on it, I'm like, yes. Pickle them onions. Oh, that is a good bite. Dude, I don't know if I would have chosen this myself, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I'm glad I did.
Try it on a plantain.
I was about to do that. I was going to do it.
It's like a Caribbean nacho.
Do not say that.
Just a few more plantains for you then, Nick. The pickled onions are really good. And there's a lot of protein in here.
They're only like $4.99, so those are good.
What was that in English? Yeah, it was like
It's only $12.99, so this is a really
$13.
really good entree for this price.
Uh-oh. The food is more important than we eat, so. Michael, there is a bed of rice, pork carnitas, pickled onions, and then plantain chips along the edge. There is a lot of pork in here. There were like 6 of these gigantic little pork nuggets.
That's my pork.
Oh, that's your pork.
That's my pork.
Yeah, here. You had enough. Give me that. Now you've incurred the wrath. And it's not a spicy flavor either.
No, it's not spicy at all.
Definitely seasoned. Very seasoned.
I'd say the seasoning is very light.
Awesome, Joyce. Yeah, you know, and I meant to mention this earlier because we were talking about some other things. That is one of the things to pay to. It's very important. If you do have mobility issues and you are not one who can easily go up and down stairs, make sure to let us know. Make sure to order a first floor room. Or when you go to check in, let them know that you need a first floor room if they have inadvertently put you on the second floor. It is an issue there. Here. Just because these are so good. Is that it right there? I think it is. It's hard to see. There are birds here. Do not feed the birds because they will feed themselves if you do not maintain your food. Just like on Coco Cay for Royal Caribbean, Perfect Day at Coco Cay, never leave your food unattended.
Well, I would say, while these birds will definitely still steal food, the birds on Coco Cay are way more aggressive.
Oh yeah, but still don't give them an inch here.
Yeah, don't give them an inch.
Last week when we were at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, there was a woman by herself who went and got some mozzarella sticks and a funnel cake at South Beach at a table next to us. Then she got up. Nobody was sitting with her. Nobody was with her. She was by herself. She proceeded to get up to go get a fork and napkins. That was the death rattle right there. As soon as she stood up and walked away, her table was bum rushed
by about 20 seagulls, and they all grabbed her cheese sticks and her funnel cake. She came back to an empty table and had this look of disgust on her face. I'm like, I understand, but you can't leave it out there. All right, you're gonna finish that up? Now. Whoa, that's really zoomed in. I'll scare everybody watching on the big screen television. All right. What was that? What did Tori say? Tori, okay, where's dessert? Wow. You guys are insatiable. I mean, do I look like the kind of guy that's gonna get dessert every time we have a meal? I mean, I'm a little offended, Tori. A little offended. All right, so what we have here for dessert is our key lime tart. What? The key lime tart. I thought it was a good representation of a Caribbean dessert that you would not get at the other locations. So. He did, Emma. He really did. Let's take this guy out. It's pretty. Ah. There she be. What do you guys think? Let's take it down this way so you can see it a little bit better. The birds are watching me. He's like, oh, he's got something in his hands. Got a little fruit. I think it's like a passion fruit coulis on top. So. For this?
Yes, I just scrape in the bowl.
Ooh. I'll put it back in the here. We can tear it up. Did you guys get a
little,
what's that?
That cream, not the meringue, but like a
little slice of white chocolate,
like a sauce, or like I don't know.
It's got. I think they call it a coulis. I think that's what it is. All right. Jen says, I really like the Skyliner going in the background. It's like a continual act of being to help out, always in the background there.
That's kind of what I feel like.
I don't think it detracts away from things at all. All right, first bite. So we'll do a little meringue. Here, let's see if we can get it down there a little bit.
Yeah, let me get some of the end here.
Really? It's going to be a lot more formal about it than I am. It looks really soft. Is it soft? It is soft. Soft and fruity.
Coulis adds a Why am I? Why is it easier to eat this off the knife than the fork?
Any way you cut it.
Like I raised the knife and it sticks to it.
Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Key lime tart, key lime filling, graham cracker crust topped with meringue, tropical sauce with a white chocolate garnish. It's $5.99. There's also a cheesecake available here that is different. You know, they have cookies and cupcakes and stuff like that, but I wanted to do something that was very like representative of the resort.
Something you could get somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. And so between the tart and the cheesecake, I figured this would be a good choice to kind of showcase the resort. Like I said, it's very soft. Meringue. Uh-oh. I just tore it up. I tore it up. I'm gonna wreck it.
Let me finish this.
You want me to? Yeah, I want you to finish that, Felix. Here, let me help you out. All right.
Oh, that's my face.
I know. It's zoomed in. You know what we say, crew? Everybody put in the hashtag. What are we always doing here at Ear to Ear Magic? Hashtag. Always eating. That was good. Can you send some of that through the screen, please? Oh no! Oh no! We ate it already, Tori. I'm sorry, I missed that comment. It's Owen's fault. He finished it off. Such a scapegoat. How you doing, Disney Houston's? Welcome in. That was a good dessert. I would definitely have that again. It's too small though.
How much did it cost?
$5.99.
Not bad.
Less than a cupcake. Jen says, Chris, my friend is in Key West right now. I told him he should go try Kermit's. He now has 2 slices in his hotel fridge for later. He says, thank you. You see how this works? We all look out for each other. We all look out for each other. That's awesome.
Leo in the chat. Hashtag always eating. Hashtag bread pudding is the better dessert.
Well, it is kind of hashtag bread pudding is a better dessert. It is. It costs twice as much, but it is really good. So, how you doing, Joanna? So, that's awesome, Jen. Looking out for your friends like that and making sure, you know, friends don't let friends go to Key West without getting some good key lime pie. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure hanging out with you guys this morning. If this is the first time you've ever joined us here at Ear to Ear Magic, we hope that you've enjoyed hanging out with the crew. This is an amazing community of people to be hanging out with. And I can tell you, I can do a backdrop like this all day long. I can take you to the rides, I can take you to the parks, I can take you to the resorts, I can take you to food. But it's without the right people hanging out and having a good time together in the chat, it won't mean a thing. It really won't. And I tell you what, just hanging out with this community is wonderful. We'd love for you guys to do it again with us. If you do this, make sure to subscribe. Come back and join us every Monday through Fridays. We have fun here in the parks at Walt Disney World at Universal Orlando Resort, and we'll do it again tomorrow. So love to have you come join us. Yesterday, we surpassed 35,200 Magic Crew members, and it's all organic. And other than Stream Elements, that is the only bot we bring in here. Where hopefully you will come in and make a connection, make some friends, and you'll have somebody too who will look out for you when you go to Key West to make sure you got the key lime pie as well. As we close out today, guys, if you have any questions, as you always can do, we hope that you will reach out to us at our website, eartoearmagic.com. You can go to our travel services page there and fill out any of the travel inquiry forms, and let us know if you want to go to Disney. That means Disney World or Disneyland, Universal Orlando Resort here in Orlando, or take a cruise. Especially, like I said, if you're interested in a last-minute Royal Caribbean cruise, if you book one today, you even get a higher discount than if you were to book the same ones tomorrow. For Disney Cruise Line, Virgin Voyages, I always have so many. I try to put them in different orders, so I try to mix them up. MSC, Celebrity, Carnival. It's pretty much any of the major cruise lines. Or if you want to do a Sandals or Beaches all-inclusive resort, reach out to us. Let us know. Remember, we charge no fees for being your travel agent. How do we get paid? How do we make money? How do we take care of our family? These companies pay us a commission after you travel and only if you travel. If you cancel or end up not going or something like that, it doesn't matter how much we help you or what we do. Only if you travel do we get a commission. The reason the companies do that is because we can help you, which means you're not contacting them, you're not asking help for them, and we're doing all the customer service work for them on their behalf, so they pay us a commission afterwards. And guess what? You pay the same price as if you book directly with them. So, how does that work? That just means they just keep the commission. They keep the commission that they've set aside for travel agents if you don't use a travel agent. So the idea is that you're paying for a travel agent whether you use one or not. So reach out to us, pay the same price you would, or maybe even save a little bit more money. Because as we take care of our clients, we want you guys to have the lowest price and the best deal. We're not looking to make high commissions off of a one-time client and then go buy. Haha. No, we want to be your travel agent for life. So we're going to make sure you have the best deal possible because we want you to continue to have a great deal future vacations. So reach out to us, eartoearmagic.com, fill out a travel services form. Thank you guys so much for supporting us as a small business. It means the world to us, and referrals are amazing. So thank you guys so much for that. As we close out today, remember, take care of each other. Take care of the person behind you and the persons around you. But in our community, we want to make sure we remind you to do these three things. Share a laugh, share a smile, share a compliment. But whatever you do, be the sunshine in somebody else's day. From all of us here at Ear to Ear Magic, we hope you have a wonderful, blessed afternoon. And guess what? Tomorrow, guys, we will see you in the parks. Thanks, you guys. Have a great one, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one. So as you're leaving out today, leave a comment after today's stream. Tell us what you thought about Caribbean Beach Resort. Did you like it? Why? Did you not like it? Why not? Leave us a comment, and love to go back through and read all of your comments after the stream is over. And if you see somebody else's comments, double down on it. Let them know what you believe and whether or not you believe the same things they do. We'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot.